want. Gotta get what you need. Gotta get what you want. 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 What you want.
Clubs, drugs, pubs, and parties. Clubs, drugs, pubs, and parties.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Off the Bat, powered by the ATS Spot. I'm Hefe. I got Alpha with me. I got BBB with me. Fellas, happy Tuesday.
Techno Tuesday. Wow. Slam coming in, man in the back with a fire intro song. Has me ready to go. Shout out to our sponsors, Picket. They sponsor the show as well. We have a bad beat segment we will be going over today. BBB, it's good to be back, man. Missed you. How are you, my friend?
It is good to have you back, Alpha. You and your Yankees gear just fully decked out, ready probably for just the game of the century again, the Super Bowl against the Orioles. So, yeah, excited to dive into today's MLB slate. Money to be made on this Tuesday afternoon.
High energy, baby.
There always is. There always is. We have no day games today, but we got a hell of a night slate. I believe every single team is in action today. So we got a whole lot of games to get into real quickly. Let's just touch on yesterday's slate. Tell you, Yankees definitely killed a lot of parlays yesterday. That's for damn sure. The Dodgers did their part. Everybody else did their part, but the Yankees fell apart. Even with Judge hitting 2 homers, couldn't get the dub. The Diamondbacks are hot again. They're having the craziest roller coaster of a season. They don't win and lose. They either just lose 7 in a row and then win 7 in a row. There's no in between. They're in the midst of a 5-game winning streak out of absolutely nowhere. And
So does that mean they got 2 left? They got 2 left in them, Hefe?
Yes. Oh, they got some left in them. I don't know what else standing out to me yesterday. Anything for you guys?
A couple underdog winners I had yesterday I was happy with. Was that Mets game? I know I wasn't on the show yesterday, but we were talking about it in our group text. The Mets with an unbelievable performance. They won by 10 runs in San Francisco. Kind of crazy the Mets who are 16-7 on the road versus a Giants team that were 11-11 at home. Had such a big plus money line, but we took advantage of that. Also, the Padres getting another big win for them, another underdog spot. So a couple big wins there for me yesterday. BBB, anything stick out for you?
Yeah, big underdog win for me with the Guardians money line. That was up in the plus 170 range, so loved that one. And then Cardinals short fave with that walk-off grand slam by Goldschmidt. First game we haven't seen, Yachty or Albert Pujols pitching late in the game because they're not up by 300 runs. So they just had to decide to hit a nuke and still win by 4.
I like it, guys. I like it. Well, we got a whole lot of games to get into today, so let's not waste anybody's time. Let's start getting into it. Before we do, let me just give another shout out to the crew over at Picket, guys. We're doing a giveaway with them. Make sure you download the app. Use the code that you see in front of you, ATS Spot. That's ATSSPOT. Weekly cash giveaways on there, guys. Just scan the QR code, download the app, guys. Free money. Free freaking money. Something that everybody can get behind. All right.
And we're giving out one more thing. We are giving out winners on Picket every single day. Follow us, guys. I know BBB is a max play. He's dropping only on Picket today. So make sure to follow BBB and all of us on the Picket app. But, boys, we have a huge first game. One of my favorite games on the slate. Efe, you want to bring us in?
All right, guys. Cubs-Red starts us off today. Stroman versus Malley. Stro coming in 1-4, 4.88 ERA. Malley 2-4 with a 5.2 ERA. Both these teams are bottom dwellers, but these are the types of games where you could find some value if you like a side here. Alpha, what do you like?
So I actually like a total in this spot, guys. I think Malley's going to have a good performance at home. He hasn't been the best pitcher this year, but it's a good opportunity tonight and a very even matchup, in my opinion, for both these starting pitchers to have a good game. I'm taking the under here. The line is currently sitting at 8.5. I think it's just a little too high. And it's also juiced on the over. So you can get under 8.5 at -102. One of my favorite plays today. BBB, any action from you, sir?
Yeah, I like the Reds in this spot. This is a team that started off the year just absolutely horrible. I mean, they were like 3-20 something at some point. Now we're looking at them and they're like 12-29. So they've obviously won, a decent amount of their last few games. And they've definitely turned things around. They're not as abysmal, and they have one of their better pitchers on the mound today. Molly's ERA doesn't quite reflect how I think he's pitched so far this year. I think he's going to pitch a lot better. Stroman, on the other hand, when you look at a lot of his expected numbers, he's sitting at a 4.88 ERA, and it honestly should be a little bit worse. So he is a good pitcher, but he is not pitching near to his potential. So wouldn't be surprised to see him get tagged up a bit against the Reds here as well. So I like the Reds in this one. I think there's a reason this is such a tight line here.
I like it.
I got no official play here. I actually lean the Cubs only because Stroman has to have a good game eventually. This is probably one of his best spots. The Cubs are actually 17-10 as dogs this year, and the Reds are 5-10 as favorites at home, but it's an even line, so I don't know if I could use that strategy, which is why I'm laying off this game. Anything could happen. There's no result in this game that would be like, what? Nothing.
What do you think about the total? Since you think Stroman might have his first real good game with the Cubs, kind of his breakout moment with the team, and Molly's a decent pitcher as well, has the potential to have a big game. Do you like the under potentially, or do you think it over?
Considering that the Reds have not hit a team total over in I think 5 straight games. Yesterday, I think they got 4, and it was 4.5. I would lean Reds team total under here.
I like that play a lot.
My side kind of prop here. The Reds are struggling. Well, they're gonna struggle. We knew that, but it's tough. When there's so many games on a slate, I don't want to put my money on 2 bad teams.
Understandable.
But let's move on. What do we got next? Marlins Rays. Good game. We got Lopez on the mound for the Finns. 4-1, 1.5 ERA across 46 innings pitched. He's been great. What else are you going to say? He's going against McClanahan today for the Rays. 3-2, 2.33 ERA across 46 innings pitched. Rays are minus 150 on the money line. They have not been great as favorites this year, 12-19, while the Finns are really good as dogs, 15-5. Who's rolling with the fish sticks? BBB?
I'm rolling with the fish sticks in this one. I'm taking the first 5 money line at plus 130. But back in Pablo Lopez, I think that he's been nails this year so far, and I think he continues that.
He's been nails.
He's 4-1 with a 1.56 ERA. I think he can hold down this Rays offense, who they're pretty banged up right now. They got a lot of guys out, and then Wander Franco's day to day as well. On the Marlins side, I know that they have a couple guys too that are day to day, like Jazz Chisholm. But I think that Jazz Chisholm goes today. So I like the little edge that we have here. I think that early that Pablo Lopez can hold things down, and hopefully the Marlins can scrape a few across. Looking maybe at a push at worst, but I like the value that we're getting at plus 135 with the pitcher of Pablo Lopez going.
It's a very odd line. I'm not really sure why the Marlins are a plus 130 in this spot, and you're going to make the Rays a minus 155, and the Rays have just not been a team that you can take at a minus 155 all year. The pitching advantage goes to the Marlins. Pablo Lopez, 4-1 on the year. He has a 1.5 ERA. McClanahan on the Rays, 3-2 on the year, 2.33 ERA. Pitching matchup obviously favors the Fish. Taking a look at recent performance, the Rays just lost 2 out of 3 to the Orioles. Well, the Marlins did lose 2 out of 3 to the Braves. The Braves are a much better opponent than the Orioles. The Rays have not been hot. The total is very indicative as well. The total's sitting at 6.5. I think we're going to see runs in this one. I lean the Marlins, but I'm more comfortable taking over 6.5. This line just feels fishy, and the total's way too low. You get at plus money at taking the over. So over 6.5, you get at plus 100. I'm all over that.
Guys, I'm with the Fish. I'm with the Fish on the money line. I really don't have to get into it. BBB and Alpha already did. It's Pablo Lopez. He's the ace of this rotation. You're getting value on them because the Marlins have been struggling. Lost 3 of their last 4. But the Rays have not exactly been world beaters either. They're not bad. They're just kind of the roller coaster. They haven't hit that stride yet that we've randomly gotten used to over the past couple of years. Marlins have lost 3 of the last 4, including 2 of the last 3 to the Braves, and they even lost to the Nationals before that. So I'm going to roll the fish here to plus 130 money line dog winner. Shout out to Edge House. What's up?
I was going to say, but what do you think about this Pablo Lopez advantage prop that we have found via Edge House?
Shout out to Edge House, guys. You already know if you watch us or with us on any of our shows daily. We use Edge House for all our props. They're the best analytical tool we have. Over 120 million data points, over 1,200 different analytical tools for every sport, every angle, every prop. Use code ATS20 for 20% off the product. It's a no-brainer. To me, you make your money back using it one time. I love using it for exactly what Man in the Back is showing us, the strikeout props. You can find some amazing edges. You could find it up to the point where like underdog on the road in this spot, favorite at home in that spot. It's truly incredible how finite the details you can get on the site. So make sure you guys go check out Edge House. Make sure you use ATS20 for 20% off. All right, what do we got?
Game of the year.
Oh, boy. Yankees-Orioles. Yankees have lost 3 in a row. I think everybody and their mama was on the Yankees yesterday in a money line and a parlay, and that's why they lost, because the Dodgers went up 9-0 in like the first pitch of the game. It was a 9-run home run, I swear to God. And the second I saw that, I was like, yeah, Yankees are obviously losing this game because one of them has to lose, and it's not going to be the Dodgers. So I'm gonna blame mushing on the Yankees' loss yesterday. Today we got Jeremy Montgomery on the mound. 0-1, 3.35 ERA for his 40 innings pitch. He just has not been getting help.
He doesn't get run support. For 2 full years, Jomo does not get run support.
Yeah. And then you got Zimmerman on the mound for the Orioles, 2-2, 3.4 ERA. Yankees are a colossal minus 245. Obviously, everybody has the same thought process here. They're going to win one game. They're going to bounce back. It's just a fact. Are they going to win it by multiple runs? I'll start off my answer. Yes. I'm taking them on the run line. Minus 1.5 and minus 115 odds. I can't believe we're living in a world where the Orioles have won 4 in their last 5. Both and two wins against the Yankees, 2 wins against the Rays. They kind of been crushing the AL East the last 5 games. Like, what is happening? But I'm taking the Yankees on the run line today. You see the Man in the Back pulling up Zimmerman's stats. Looks like his over 3.5 strikeouts. Well, let's wait till he goes against the Yankees. Over 3.5 strikeouts. One time has hit that one time. So he is 100% on that stat. Woo!
So can't lose, baby.
Can't lose.
100%.
Guaranteed winner. But in all seriousness, guys, you see Zimmerman at 3.5 strikeouts today, over under 60%. What is the up when the opponent is the Yankees in the regular season? He has hit the over on his strikeouts at 60%. Today is at 3.5. Great stats via Edge House.
For sure.
Anybody biting?
I'm not taking any strikeout props. I could bet the Yankees to strike out. It's usually a very profitable bet because they strike out more than anyone in history. But, I mean, maybe last year's team more than this year's team. But they're still a strikeout machine of a team. So taking pitchers to strike at the Yankees is usually a pretty good bet. But I'm doing the SL parlay. I'm not even going to hide it. Straight up, Yankees-Dodgers. You get that at plus 110. The Yankees are not losing back-to-back games at home to the Orioles. The Orioles are 6-14 on the year on the road. If this was in Baltimore, I'd be hesitant, especially with the 3-game losing streak. The Yankees are snapping the 3-game losing streak today. Probably my favorite angle on anything this one's going to hit. Yankees-Dodgers moneyline parlay, even though it's the SL parlay. BBB, what you got?
Orioles have taken the last 2 games against them. They haven't, and the Yankees have not been playing very well. This is a layaway spot for me. I think I can't touch the Yankees until they can prove that they can get it back together. I think this is an exciting time for the Orioles too. They got a lot of, they've got a lot of prospects they got up.
They called up one prospect. Everybody starts freaking out. Let's calm down.
It's an exciting time for the Orioles. I mean,
are you not old enough to remember Matt Wieters? Because I am.
Okay,
I am as well, but
I am. A lot of people around him.
There's finally a buzz going around for this team. This team doesn't have much to go for a lot of the times, and they have some exciting guys that are, either about to be coming up or have been brought up. So I think, that's why we are seeing the Orioles have some success.
Tell you something. Matt Wieters was supposed to be Yogi Berra. I swear to God.
Guess what? He wasn't.
Yeah, he was not. But, guys, it seriously is an exciting time for the Orioles. I forget which Major League players said this the other day. I saw it on SportsCenter. People are saying the Orioles' time is coming. Their farm system is starting to get into the bigs. They have the number one farm system in baseball. They have, I believe, 3 of the top 10 prospects in baseball, and they are all now elevating to the major leagues. Taking a look at their guys that are coming up, they've been unbelievable. And their younger guys that have been in the pros, such as Anthony Santander, Trey Mancini, are starting to live up to their potential entering their prime years. This team is a team that's going to get better before they get worse. I think the Orioles will be a factor towards the later end of this year. They're not going to be competing for a playoff spot this year. Within the next 2-3 years, though, the Orioles will be a competitor in the AL East, in my opinion.
This kind of has that like 2016 Cubs feeling where like you kind of saw them coming, you could see it like building up.
God.
I don't feel that strongly.
Are we really doing this right now?
I'm talking about
doing this right now.
Do you guys remember the Cubs before that? Like, I mean, they were.
Of course, I remember the Cubs.
They were shit for 100 years.
But the Cubs struck gold. They had three great all-star players all come up at the same exact time.
That's what I'm saying. The buzz feels like. I'm not saying that. They have this potential, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're going to be World Series winners in 3 years, but I'm saying they have potential to. They have hope. That's what the Orioles need. They've needed hope for like the last 300 years. They want hope.
This is the most hope they've had since Cal Ripken Jr. years. They have some players. They have talent in the pool. But let's keep it moving. Hefe's just going to tell us how dumb we are. We're just going to tell him how dumb he is. So we got the Blue Jays versus the Cardinals. The piece of shit Cardinals had a walk-off grand slam. So ruined my under yesterday. They could have just got a sac fly. Anything to get that under to cash. But BBB, what are we thinking about this one?
Yeah, I'm laying off this one. I was on the Cardinals yesterday. I thought there was more value with them then. Hicks still kind of working into that starter role. He's been, slowly progressing, getting better and better. But this is a layoff spot for me. Gosman's been pretty good this year, and I'm sure they're a little salty after.
BB, I'm gonna have to cut you off there. Every time it's a layaway game on the Cardinals, it means to fade the Cardinals because you don't fade your Cardinals. And if you say, the gas man's pitching for the Jays, you don't feel like you could take the Cardinals, usually implies that it's the other team's play.
It's never a fade the Cardinals. It's a layaway.
It's a layaway play. Got it. Hefe, what are you thinking?
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm on the Cardinals. I'm going to take them at plus 1.5 on the run line here. The Giants are terrible as favorites. 9-20. Sorry, the Blue Jays. They're 9-21 on the run line this year. While the Cardinals are 13-8 as underdogs on the run line, 11-8 at home, Blue Jays 8-12 away. Every statistical analytical number here shows me that the value play here is Cardinals plus 1.5. Gausman's a good pitcher. Not taking anything away from him. They might even win this game. Look at that strikeout. We have regular season on the road. His over-unders at 5.5 today, sitting at 75% on the road. So that goes into play today. That might be a good play, honestly. Strikeout game, high strikeout game for Gausman means a low-scoring game. Low-scoring game means a close game. And I only need the Blue Jays to win by 1. And I still hit my play. So I like that Gausman over 5 strikeouts.
I like that as well, but Gausman's been a little different this year. He's not looking as good as he did last year. It's a different environment playing in Toronto. He's on the road today, but he does have better numbers on the road this year. He has a very low, above 2 ERA, going up against Jordan Hicks, who we all know how Hicks is a good prospect. He gets a lot of strikeouts, but he does get hit. When he gets hit pretty hard. I like the over in this spot, guys. It's another over game for me today. Line's currently sitting at 7.5. You can get it at plus 100. So we are taking the plus side total. So over 7.5 plus 100.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Guardians and the Stros today. I believe Plesac is on the mound for Cleveland, while Valdez is on the mound for the Stros. Plesac not so good. 1-3, 4.4 ERA coming into today. Stros heavy favorites. Anybody got anything in this game, Alpha?
Yeah, I do like the Astros on the run line. That's my lean, but as of now, I have no official play. It's not on my card quite yet. It's at minus 105. Still going through everything, but I do expect the Astros bats to have a bounce-back game today, and Plesac is the pitcher to do it against. Framber Valdez is a solid pitcher, but I believe he had a rough last outing. Let me just double-check here. No, last outing he went 7 the opposite. He had a great last outing on the 19th. He went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, only gave up 1 run, and he's a much better pitcher on the road. So today he's home. 4.7 ERA at home. I'm still going to lay off this one. A lot of variables with Valdez. He's a better pitcher on the road than at home. He is at home, so I'm laying off.
I'm going to be rocking with the Astros on the first 5 run line here. I think this is a good spot for Valdez. The Guardians are one of the worst teams against left-handed pitching. They're one of the best against right-handing pitching. So I love the spot here with a left-hander on the mound for the Astros. And I do think we see a bounce back from the Astros bats as well. Plesac is a good spot for them to bounce back. And, I was on the Guardians yesterday. We cashed them at the big dog. And then today, I think that the Astros, they bounce back as a fave. But I like the angle of the first 5 the best. So first 5 run line for me.
Shout out to the Discord, everybody. We got a lot of Stros fans in there. We know you guys are watching, so shout you out.
There we go. What we got next, boys?
Rangers, Angels. I like this game. We have Syndergaard on the mound for the Halos, Dunning on the mound for the Rangers. Guys, I'll start off here. I like Syndergaard this year. I love players who take the 1-year bet on themselves type of contract because they push themselves. They push themselves to the wall to get that big money contract. Baseball is so infamous for this because they're guaranteed contracts. All you got to do is show it, get the money, and then you can just take the rest of your life off. Right, Javi Baez? But I'm rolling with the Angels here on the first 5, minus a half a run. I think they can get out there, get a couple runs early. I think Syndergaard can quiet the Rangers' bats, start the game. So that's my favorite angle on this one. Angels first 5.
I'm also the Angels' first 5 money line. I think they'll get or minus 0.5 as well. I think they get this one done. I'm a huge Syndergaard guy as well as you are. I am in the exact same boat. You put it perfectly. I love guys that bet on themselves on 1-year contracts during that year. Look at Aaron Judge. Look at other guys that have been in that situation. When your back's against the wall, you play your best kind of baseball. That's what you're getting. So give me that, same as you have, a minus 0.5 on the first 5. BBB,
I lean with you guys here. I like the Angels, but I'm gonna lay off. Syndergaard had kind of a rough outing last game, but I do expect him to bounce back. This line, this is the same type of game we had last time, and we had that weird like pick 'em odds, and we all talked about how big of a trap it was. I think the line's right on this one this time, so I do feel a little bit better about the Angels. I think the books are expecting a good outing from it as well. So
isn't it crazy that the last time it was like pick 'em odds, and now we're all the way up to minus 160?
Yep. That's because they were right though. They were right.
They were 100. It wasn't even close. They were so right.
We knew it was a trap. You could see it. Yep. I think this time Syndergaard bounces back.
I agree, guys. Quick shout out to the chat. Jay Hershey says, "Can we get the Guardians to change their name back? What are the odds of that?" I do not think that is in the plans, but that was funny. That
plus like 10 million.
Plus a million.
What do we got? How many more games we got in here, guys?
10 million. 10 million. We're gonna get through it.
Pods. Bruce Pods, guys. Burns and Snell. Snell coming in with a real sexy 0-1, 7.3 ERA across 3 innings pitched. Sizzling. And Burns coming in 1-2, 2.2 ERA across 51 innings pitched, that's the most innings pitched I've seen by anybody. What do we think, guys? Brewers minus 135 on the money line here. Pods have been hot. They won 5 in a row. So today the day they lose, BB?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a tough one because Corbin Burns on the mound. He's been looking a lot better ever since his first kind of really rough start to start the year. It's just whether or not he'll get the run support, to be honest with you. And he's going against Snell, who's got a 7.36 ERA. I think that's in gas can material, as Hefe would say. And I think that this is a decent spot for the Brewers here. If I had to choose a side here, I like the Brewers here, and I hate backing the Brewers. So
I am as well. I'm going to be honest. I've been on the Padres last 3 games. They've been doing me well. We're getting good plus money value. They have Blake Snell on the bump tonight, and we know that he's not the same pitcher he's been. He has not looked once like he did in Tampa since he's gotten to San Diego. Not once. He has been an awful deal for them, and that's going to continue yet again. Give me the Brewers on the money line today. What's the current odds? Minus 130 all over them after getting beat up the last couple. Hefe, what you got?
Absolutely nothing on this game. I want to take the Padres so bad, but it's a stinker. I can't trust Blake Snell. I have no idea who he is anymore. And Burns, I have to have some respect for the guy who just won a Cy Young. That, you know what I mean? By the way, last year's Cy Young winners, this year, not doing so
Not
great. Robbie.
Robbie Ray. He's a 47-year-old Cy Young winner. He's not going to be that great in his 48
Woo!
years.
Crushing it.
100%.
Anyway, guys, is that the last game on our slate? No, one
got
more
one
game. One last game, a real
Right.
doozy out in Arizona. I was talking about it earlier
Why did
today,
we write
guys.
this?
This is a good one, honestly.
The Diamondbacks have won 4 of the last 5. They're smoking hot again out of nowhere. The Royals have lost 5 in a row here. They can't buy a win. Diamondbacks have an ace on the mound. Gallen 3-0, 1.14 ERA across 39 innings. The Royals, they do not have an ace on the mound. They look like they're going a bullpen game here. Heasley 0-2, 4.3 ERA across 8 innings pitched. Diamondbacks are the highest they have been as a favorite this year, minus 210. What's the angle you could have on this game, BBB?
I'm going first 5. First 5 run line minus 135. The Diamondbacks bats are hot. We've seen them go on these streaks, and they're a 500 team. The Diamondbacks have been really good. I think they are deserving of the line that they have right now. The Royals don't have, the greatest pitcher in right now. It's kind of like a recovery game almost, trying to get their pitching staff healthy again. So they have a huge pitching edge. I think Gallen's legit. I think he's, you look at his expected numbers, he's right around where his real numbers are. It's not one of those like, okay, he's just been getting lucky. I think Gallen's going to have a great game again here today, and I expect the Diamondbacks to cover this pretty easily. So I actually like this spot a lot. I think this is appropriately priced.
No action for me, guys. I will never in my entire life, I don't care what year it is, take the Arizona Diamondbacks at a minus 210. And I'll definitely am not taking any type of Royals action on this one.
I tend to agree with you guys. I'm scared because it's such a screamer that it's now becoming not a screamer. I lean with the D-backs. I like your first 5 here, but I'm not confident enough. Not confident. Yes, this game yesterday between these two was insane. Royals, I think, they hit 3 home runs in the first inning. Some of it was back-to-back, and then the Diamondbacks come back and tied. It's a 5-5 game in the bottom of the 4th. It was a crazy back-and-forth game.
Yes, it was. We had first 5,
yes.
too. So that was a good one for us.
All right, guys. Well, if we are about to get into best bets, before that, we got to bring back a segment that was near and dear to our hearts. Bad Beats, presented by our folks over at Pickett. Everybody, if you don't know about Pickett, you better go find out about them. Great social media app. Get on there, create groups with your friends, link your sports books. It's super cool, super interactive, super fun. We're giving away free money too. Use code ATS Spot, ATSSPOT, weekly cash giveaways when you download the app. Just make sure you use our code when you download it for the first time. QR code's right in front of you, people. Get on there. We're on there every day. I'm giving out picks every day. BBB has a max plays given out there today. Alpha's on there. Even Slam, wherever he is in this universe, is going to post the play today. So look out for that, everybody. Without further ado, man in the back. What's a bad beat from yesterday?
We all know what the bad beats are. There's just going to be a loss from the man in the back's card. That wasn't really a bad beat. Let's see what it is.
I love this music, man. It makes me. It's impossible to be in a bad mood in this music.
It wasn't a bad beat.
All right, so they scored 5 runs in the 3rd inning, and apparently that's a bad beat.
Yep.
Well, it was the first five lost on this.
Yeah, this is the 3rd inning.
It's the 3rd inning. First 5 loses by 3 runs. Bad beat today. Mets win this game by 10. I think the final was 13-3. So, that's not really a gimme play.
Gotta love the man in the back. He just makes his
Man in
own
the back just chooses his own plays that hurt him.
5th inning ended 5-2. So basically, what he's saying is
Bad beat if you lost this by 3 runs here.
First, I just want to point out yesterday, I was so on the Mets in yesterday's OTV. All I kept saying is Mets. It's obviously the Mets. And I'm not going to point fingers, but one of the 2 people who was on there was definitely not on the Mets. He definitely liked the Giants. I wasn't telling you it was a bad play, but it's the only guy whom we don't see his face right now. Just I'm not pointing any fingers. You guys can guess who it is.
And it's a bad beat.
Why is this highlight still going?
He hits a home run here, so I mean.
Play by play. Ready? And the
And the pitch.
oh, and it's a dirty
Deep drive. Oh,
and it's
bad
this
DC.
mother goodbye. 5-2 Mets.
Brilliant. Check out actual bad beats on Pickett, guys. They have a bad beats segment. You can see real bad beats on there. Misery loves company, so check out Pickett, guys. They are the go.
All right.
That wasn't a bad beat. They have real ones.
You guys want to know a bad beat? Bad beat is having I can't even forget this. It was a couple of days ago in game 2. Shut up. Alpha, please look at the screen. Damn it, he missed it. A bad beat was having PJ Tucker over points in game 2 of the Heat Celtics series. He scores the first 5 points of the game, never scores again. And the over under was 5.5 or was it 6.5, something like that. That's a freaking bad beat, man. Now let's do it.
All right, boys, let's get it. Garrett Cole messes it up to Higashioka yesterday. They still make best bets. Let's dive into it. First best bet of the day, guys, is going to be the Yankees-Dodgers moneyline parlay. I know it's the asshole play of the day, but it's going to cash. Second best bet is going to be the Brewers at a -130. And third and final best bet is going to be the over in the Blue Jays-Cardinals, over 7.5. Get that at +100. Maybe what you got?
Gonna kick it off with the fish sticks. We're going Marlins first 5 money line +130. You got a little dog play there. Then we're gonna kick it over to the Astros first 5 run line -0.5, and then close it out with the D-backs first 5 run line -0.5. So lock it in. Easy sweep right there. So that's all you need today.
Blues by 90, right? All
Blues
right,
by 90.
guys. Yanks -1.5. Phillies +1.5 is my second play. We did not get to talk about this game,
I
guys.
did not talk about that game.
I had to look it up to make sure that we didn't talk about it. Guys, I love the value on the Phillies today.
Me too.
Who the hell woke up today and made the Braves a -175 money line? Somebody like missed their day or something. I'm not sure because the Braves have lost 2 in a row. I know the Phillies have won 2 in a row. They beat up on the Braves 7-3. The underdog on the run line in the Philly season so far, 11-5. Braves on the run line is a favorite, 9-17. Give me the Phillies +1.5 here. This is a great value play. And my third play is the Angels first 5 -0.5 run.
Love it. BBB.
All right, everybody. Well, no, BBB already went. You
didn't let me get it out. BBB's max is dropping on Pickett.
Yes.
By OTB.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
BBB will have this out by 4:30. I'm excited to see what the max is.
I'm going to let it out right now. It's actually alternate line Blues by 110. So he's moving up from 90 to 110. In all seriousness, guys, thank you everybody for watching Off the Bat today, sponsored by the ATS Spot. Thank you to Pickett for our bad beat segment. Thank you to Edge House for our props. Guys, we'll see you in 4 hours. We have a Actually, no, it's just the game 4 that the Mavericks are gonna have to. I gotta stop saying humongous because these conference finals have sucked. Let's just call it what it is. We have game 4 tonight between the Mavericks and the Warriors. Hopefully, the Mavericks can live to see another day because I want to see more basketball. But honestly, the only way that it's gonna happen, well, you're gonna have to wait to see what we think. 4 hours from now, we'll talk about our OTB. We'll talk about yesterday's game 4 between the Celtics and the Heat. Until then, everybody, enjoy. Peace.
Peace.
Lucas.